Hello everybody, this is SSPM/FTW bringing you an origami tutorial on how to make origami Metroid. These are a couple models I've made in the past. Pretty simple to make, I think. I like the design a lot. It was designed by hunterking. Look at the link to his channel in the description below of this video. I don't know if that's his name of the channel as of now, but I'll try to find his channel for you guys. There is basically 6 steps you need for the tutorial. They're not so hard except for the last step. It takes some skill, I'd say, in origami, and you need a square piece of paper. Perfect on all sides. Also, I'll leave an annotation to where hunterking stopped his original tutorial. So, ready, set, here it goes. By the way, this was actually made from a copy paper. I just ripped one side. You have to basically fold this part to this side and then just rip that part. So that's how you make a square. Alright, ready, set, here it goes for real. So you want to start by making a water bomb base. You need to start white side up with the water bomb base. So you can start like this. Just make some diagonal folds right here. So you got 2 diagonals. Now you're going to make the water bomb base. Just fold it in half, vertically or horizontally, depending on how you view the square. Case would be vertically. So like that, and this is basically going to be the colored side. So you're going to start like that, white side up, white side outside. Now you're going to fold these flaps that and to the other side. That was startling. It's just a Coke bottle, Pepsi bottle. I don't know how that happened, but it happened. Alright, that was startling. Alright, now you're gonna make a mountain fold on each of these flaps they just made on the inside right here. So since that was a valley fold, make them into mountain fold. Then you're gonna fold it like that. And now you're gonna fold it like that, so it kind of squishes it inside. Hard crease and unfold, and just keep it like that. Now you're going to do the same thing for all 4 sides, so I'm repeating the process. Mountain fold, side, other side. That's good. That's better. Once again, I'll skip steps to where you guys want to be. Skip steps for the steps. So, well, I haven't said that, but so we should be in step 2. First step was water bomb base. Second step was to do these flaps right here. So please don't judge me. This is my first time doing this, so I'll get better on if I find any unique models like this. I'll do another one. I've seen online somebody making a really pleat fold model. It was very, very good, very well made. I have to try that out on my own time. There's a tutorial on YouTube, fold tutorial I believe, so if you guys want to check it out, I guess I'll leave it in the description below. It was very good. It was very good, I must say. Now you're done with all that, you should have like an arrow. If you squash it all down, squash everything down, or like a something. Just making some alterations. Alright, now next step, we're gonna open the model. Alright, I'm gonna open the model. What you want to do now is you want to spread out the whole thing outside, so that the middle is not squished from the last folds. I'm making this a raw video, so I'm not gonna make any edits. That'll take too long. So this is step 3. Folding it out, and now this is gonna be the additional. You're gonna fold these flaps. Well, you're gonna fold this side right here to the middle right here, to this diagonal. So I'm gonna start with this one. We're gonna do it to this one. And this one. And finally, we're going to do it to this one. And now we're going to do the same thing we just did, but on the other diagonal fold. So open it. This is the next diagonal, so we're gonna fold it like so. And you're gonna do the same thing we just did all 4 times. So it would have 8, like an octagon. If I don't have annotations, which I probably won't, because I'm filming this with my iPhone, I'll have it in the description for sure. I'll probably add the annotations later on when I'm not lazy. Model itself isn't so hard to do. I mean, it's just simple folds. Only at the end it's kind of difficult, a little difficult. It's not so difficult. You'll get the hang of it. And there's one other difficult part, so it's not so hard. So that should be the end of step 3, I believe. Yeah, this is the end of step 3. Now this is going to be step 4. There's 6 steps. So the 6th step is the hardest one. And this one's kind of like the hardest one too. So, not the hardest one, I mean the longest one. So, you're gonna right here you should see kind of like an octagon. And I'll demonstrate. No, you can't demonstrate it. I'll demonstrate that in a little while. You see like an octagon, as well as kind of like a star. You'll see what I mean later. And this next step is like step 3.5 or like, yeah, step 3.5. You don't need to do this step. This step is optional, but I'm going to do it anyways. And if you're going to do it, you need a pencil. You can skip this step, but it will help you. And basically what you're going to do, hunterking didn't do this. I personally think that this will be easier and faster if you do this. So, pay attention. You're going to see this fold right here. One of the folds that we just made. And you're going to see another one of the folds. They kind of intersect with each other. You're going to try to make a 90-degree angle on that point right there. And it's going to touch this fold right here. It's going to touch that fold. So, I'll show you what I mean. Like a 90-degree angle to make, and you're going to make another one. To make kind of like, well, it is a square. It doesn't have to be perfect. Right there. It's a square. So you're going to do that with all of the sides. So, step is optional, but it will help you later on. Excuse me. And try to make light light lines. And if you can now see, you're kind of making like a star shape. That was kind of bad. I'll do it better. Alright, there. Kind of made like a star shape. And a star shape is right here. So you can now see what you're trying to aim for. This is gonna basically pop up. So that step was optional. I forgot to mention that before, but I'll state it again. So, next step. This is step 4. Step 4, you need to look for one of these sides, not these sides, although you could start there, but we're going to start here. So, you need to start with one of the sides. You're going to fold it like that, like we did before. You're going to fold it again to make like that tower. There's something that pops up, it's like a mountain. Excuse me. And now what you're gonna do is you're gonna fold this to one side and fold it again to the other side, the opposite side. And now you should have something that looks like that with a pencil. Look inside. Fold it, like try to fold it first, then get the pencil to flatten it down. Help you flatten it down. You should have something that looks like that. Something that looks like that. Now, I'm gonna do that. Kind of the same thing, but it's gonna be a little different here. This is a valley fold. You're gonna make that into a mountain fold. So you're gonna fold this down. And fold this point to right there. It's gonna flatten down like that. And you're gonna fold that like that. It's gonna be like that. Or fold that right there. Now, next step. Try to open it up a little bit. Get the pencil. Stick it all the way through. Help you flatten it down. This crease should be aligned with that point right there. So, like so. So now you're gonna try to make a petal fold, is what they call it. Judging from my experiences with origami. Kind of like that. I believe it's called the petal fold. And you fold it like that. But that's the next fold. Try to fold it down. You should have something that looks like that. Now, continue the process. Continue the process. I'm going to skip the video. In the description, it is where you can find step 5. And continue the process like so. You're gonna find fold right there. And make a valley fold right there. While flattening that down. So what I just did was basically you have to look for that one, and then you'll find that one right there, mountain fold and a valley fold. Now fold right there and right there. And this should look familiar. Down, flatten it down. And you're gonna stick this under. So it's gonna look like that. From the back, you'll see that. So you should have something that looks like that as of now. Continue the process. There is one point that you may need some help. So I'm pretty sure you'll find your way. There. Now, remember, fold that, make that a mountain fold right there, make that a mountain fold, flatten it down, and fold that to one side. Now, make the pedal fold. I don't know if it's called that. I believe it's called that. And this crease should align with this point right there. Let me make it a little better. Yeah, that's good. Now, do the same thing you did before. And connect. There. Should have something that looks similar to this one. To that. Next step. Look for that fold right there. Everything should be geometrical. Like, it's freaking crazy right here. Everything's like geometrical. Like, look right here. This point like collides with this crease right there. It's like crazy. This side right here, it connects like right there perfectly. This makes like an equilateral triangle. It's pretty crazy actually. This crease and this crease connects. It's pretty crazy. I like it. Now, same thing. You're gonna put all those folds underneath there. Now this is the part where you may need some help because it's kind of tricky, but I'm gonna look for this side that's underneath here. Excuse me. Alright, so refresh it. It's like this, right? It's like this, right? So you're gonna look for this flap underneath. You're gonna bring it to the top, and you're gonna fold it. Just flap out. Alright, you're gonna fold it down. Fold it down, and then while doing so, you're gonna fold this one down. So and then now I'm gonna open that, so I have that, and there. I'm gonna squash that down, and you'll have an octagon. So it's gonna come up, and yeah. So now you're gonna fold. You're gonna start off with this one. Fold it one side, fold it to the other. Flip the pencil and squash it down. Now, with this one, do like that, and do what you used to. And the final one. It's kind of right with it. I don't know why. That's good. That was my elbow. I don't know if you guys heard that. But it was a few seconds ago. There. Now, this is gonna be step 5. This is where the annotation should lead you, or the skip button, because I don't know if I'm gonna add annotations in this video now that I think about it. But this is gonna be step 5. This is where hunterking originally left off. We left off on like a cliffhanger, like he just stopped the video. So there's your back side, there's your there's your front side, or your bottom side, and your top side. Now, this is like the last thing he does. He opens this up. He folds this. Alright, so opens it up, opens one of those flaps up, puts that right there, and he puts one like that, the other like that. So you have something that looks like that, and then he folds it with that, which is pretty an ingenious way to do it, I think. Need to look at what I'm doing, looking at the camera. There, and there. So there you go. There you go. Now, that's exactly where you left off. So that's the cliffhanger right there. So now, You're gonna do that to all 3 other sides, and then the last step has to do with this. There. Now, here's another, and once more. And one last time. Alright, next step. Actually, this is gonna be... Sorry, my nose just itches. I don't know why. Alright, this is still gonna be step 5, so this is gonna be what, the last instruction for step 5. So I'm gonna fold these teeth quotation marks to like this point right there, that point right there. So I'm gonna start with this one. As far as I go, do it. And that'll lock the model from collapsing, as you'll see in the shaping process, which is one of the longest steps. No, well, yeah, it is one of the longest. It's like the second longest step of this video. But it shouldn't take so long. Alright, now that'll lock the model from moving. So make sure you keep these very good. Now that made like a little bit of an octagon there, if you can notice closely. Now, next step. This is going to be the last step also. So, reason I told you to do it these lines with a pencil is so you find the creases. These are going to be creases right there. So, the first procedure right here is going to be to find one of these little triangles, equilateral triangles, and you're going to open the model. You're going to use 2 hands for this, so you're going to use one hand to guide you through inside, and you're going to use the other hand to help the other hand. So you're going to make this crease right there a valley fold until you get to this part right here. So I'm gonna make it. There. That makes pretty much your, that's what these lines were for. Those are pretty crucial if you think about it. Very crucial. Now you need to make a mountain fold on this particular thing right there. Alright, now I'm gonna do this same thing on all the sides and you should be done. You should be done. That's what the model is gonna be like. So you're gonna make that valley fold. You're gonna wanna make that a mountain fold. Make those lines a mountain fold. And it should be mountain fold. So next step, next square. I don't know if I mentioned in this video before, but there is an Origami Ridley pleat model, and it is very awesome. Very, very good. I'll leave a link down in the description of this video. It's going to be full of links and skip buttons and whatchamacallit, what have you. It's a very good model. It's phenomenal. Maybe I'll make it one day. Just keep doing it. Make sure these folds right here are valley folds. Forgot to mention that. Also, you should make sure that this right here is not popped inside, it's popped outside. So this right here should be popped outside. So in other words, these folds right here, you should have some folds right there. There should be mountain folds. So that's an easier way to describe that. So the last one, and you should be done. There's just one more thing you need to do. Shouldn't take too long. There, that's better. Now, here you go, that's your star shape from the other ones. There's your star shape. If you want, you could adjust this so it could be a little bit less pointier. If you want, you could do that. It's up to you. Less pointier, Metroid. More rounder. Make sure that's popped out. So, now the last thing you want to do is you want to fold these outside to make the claws. That was part of step 5. If you want, you could have done that, but I prefer doing that in the last step. Looks more practical. And there you go. Your Origami Metroid tutorial. Yep, I have nothing else to say. I think I was going to say something. Beats me. I forgot what I was going to say. If you guys have any questions, leave them down in the comments below. Leave a like if you like, or dislike. You guys could subscribe to my channel. It'll help me be more popular. I don't know. You guys don't even need to do that. And yeah, sorry. Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. Sorry this video is so long. It's because that I want to make this tutorial very well. You know, I don't want to make it crappy. It's like almost a 45-minute video. But I don't want to make it bad. Or I didn't want to make it so that people didn't understand it. So, those are your Metroids. And yeah. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video.